Now please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please pray with me as we go to God in prayer. Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence forth cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Amen.
Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. Somebody tell him thank you, thank you, Lord. Oh, come on. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh, I want to thank you, Lord. Come on, tell me. You've been so good this morning, you've been. I gotta move on. Been so good. Is that anybody else's testimony about besides myself? So you've been so. I see you, Betty Jackson. Been so good. Good to see you, girl. You've been so good. You've been so. Been so good. Hallelujah. And I just want to
Now for the Bill of Rights.
I have a right to vote. I have a right to see the doctor. I have a right to go to church. I have a right to remain disciplined. I have a right to community outings. I have a right to talk. I have a right to education. I have a right to refuse treatment. I have a right to privacy and dignity. I have a right to make money. I have a right to exercise. I have a right to see my records. I have a right to own possessions. I have a right to receive services. I have a right to no discrimination. I have a right to no physical harm.
this video, we're going to learn about Black History Month. Black History Month is an annual celebration of African American history. The word annual means every year. We celebrate people like Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Thurgood Marshall, and Rosa Parks, just to name a few. Black History Month celebrates important people and events in African American history. It is celebrated every February. February is Black History Month. So you might be wondering, why is it celebrated in February? Why is February, of all the months, Black History Month? Well, both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were born in the month of February. Both of these men worked to end slavery, and guess what? This is so awesome. They did it. They absolutely did it, and so many other people worked to that end too. But Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were some of the main figures in ending slavery. February is the perfect month to celebrate Black history. Okay, so what's the story behind this celebration? Well, it all goes back to this man, a man named Carter Woodson, who would later be known as the father of Black history. He was a historian and a well-published author who was concerned that the stories of Black history were not being told. Carter Woodson announced the second week of February to be a week dedicated to celebrating Black history. And you might say, a week? It's a month. It's Black History Month. Well, you have to hold on. At first, it was just a week. It was the second week of February. In the following decades, celebrating Black history in the second week of February grew in popularity. More and more people were celebrating Black history on the second week of February. Then, in 1969, it was proposed that the entire month of February become Black History Month. Then, just 6 years later, in 1975, President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month. He said officially, listen everybody, this is a thing. The month of February, it's important to celebrate Black history. He said the accomplishments of African Americans have been too long neglected. That's why here on Homeschool Pop we've featured some of these incredible stories of men and women of African American descent who have made a huge impact on our world. The thing you have to remember though, these are important stories. They're not just for 1 month, not just the month of February, Black History Month, but it's for the whole year. These stories are to be cherished and they're important all year long. But this is a month where we all pause and we celebrate the legacy of these incredible men and women.